Hello YouTubers. Hey, today I want to talk about 10 ways to have a better day even if your job sucks. Even if your job sucks. And according to, you hear it on television commercials and radio commercials that 70% of Americans hate their job. Now, I don't know if it's quite that high, but it's significant. I'll grant you that. And even if you hate your job, there are certain things you can do, simple things that you can do that give you a better shot at maybe having a less crappy day than the one you had yesterday. And that's really sometimes all you can do is just try to reach for some incremental changes. But I think these are 10 things, and I'm going to leave the link to the story, the article where I found these, a real interesting site and a real interesting article, and I think you'll enjoy it. But 10 ways to have a better day, even if your job sucks. And the first one is pretty simple, and it's not going to be new to you, is to eat breakfast. Now, not everybody is a breakfast person, but eat something. Eat something in the morning. Don't do like I see so many young people do. I'll drive through Dunkin' or Starbucks to get my morning coffee, and I drink coffee with cream, and that's it. But to get these sugar-laced coffee drinks with 70, 80 grams of sugar, you're just asking for trouble about midway through the morning. You're going to be irritable. You're going to be sleepy. Don't do that. Eat some protein. Drink your caffeine. Get some fluids down you, and kind of give your body a chance to wake up. Now, the second thing that you can do is to get plenty of sunshine. And I think this is something that doesn't get talked about a whole lot, but sunshine's how your body manufactures vitamin D, and that's just, Google vitamin D. I mean, it's incredible what that does for your health, and I just want to encourage you to get some sunshine. And preferably get it early in the morning, maybe before you go to work, or get it after you've been there an hour or so. But my wife goes back to work after lunch, and she goes back early, and she'll go and find a spot in the sun and just sit there. I call her a lizard. She kind of sits there like a lizard on a rock. But it's good. It kind of recharges you, and sunshine, we can't say enough about it. It's probably a lot more important than caffeine or breakfast in the morning. Eat breakfast. Get plenty of sunshine. Third is get some aerobic exercise. Another thing my wife does, sometimes later in the morning, mid to late morning, she'll take a break and just get away from her desk and walk around the block. Just get your blood moving. Exercise, walking is just, again, Google that and see what the immense benefits are. It'll get your blood flowing. It wakes you up. And that's what we've talked about right here, these first three things. Basically, just getting you awake. And it's just amazing how many people start their day, they're not awake, and they're struggling just to stay alert, and it doesn't take much to set them off. Your day gets out of hand in a hurry. Now, the fourth thing I think is real important, and that is avoid all email or RSS or phone or return phone calls before 10 or 10:30. Just avoid that. If the first thing you do is go into the office, start checking all your voicemail and your emails, or even worse, you're starting to check it Sunday night at home. Horrible. Don't do that. You more than likely somebody's little urgent email, urgent phone mail message, it's just going to set you off. Just avoid that nonsense till about 10 o'clock in the morning. And I think this is one of the key things on this list. It gives you a fighting chance to focus on the real main things that you have to do that's on your list. And just avoid it till about 10 o'clock. It reminds me of the movie Office Space. That's one of the all-time classics. Every time it comes on, I have to watch it. But you remember they bring in the efficiency experts, the Bobs, and the Bobs ask the star of the show, well, explain what you do in a typical morning. And he says, well, I come in generally, about 15 minutes late, and I come in the side door so my boss won't see me. Then I go to my desk, and he says, I turn on my computer, and then I just basically stare down at my desk and zone out for about an hour. Now, I wouldn't recommend that you do that, but he had the right idea as far as don't run into anything that's going to upset you or stress you out in that first hour. In fact, just make it a couple hours. If you go in at 8, wait till 10 o'clock. Number 5 is kind of general, and you've heard it a lot, and people kind of laugh it off, but it's think positive thoughts, not negative. Just try to see the bright side in the events that are transpiring in your workday. Try to ask yourself questions like, what's this situation trying to teach me? What can I learn from this? And again, if you'll think positive things instead of negative things, the power of positive thought versus negative, it's incredible. I've never been a huge Zig Ziglar fan, or as far as getting his tapes and listening to Norman Vincent Peale or some of those guys, but there's I've always believed that there's power in positive thoughts as opposed to negative thoughts. So make it a conscious effort. Number 6, and I know people who don't do this, take breaks. If your boss is flexible and lets you spread your breaks, maybe you get 15 minutes or so in the morning. Don't take them all at once. Take 5 minutes after every hour of work. Get up from your desk and walk around a little bit and stretch. It's just rejuvenating. I had a friend who was a chiropractor, and he was real big about when he drove on a long trip, stop the car every hour and get out and walk. He said it's amazing what it does for your blood flow. It helps prevent blood clots in your legs. And it's just amazing. Take your break. You're not so important or so busy that you can't take a break. Take breaks. Now, number 7 is kind of a repeat or kind of a recurring theme, but go for a midday walk. Again, we're getting exercise in here, and we're not talking about strenuous stuff. We're just talking about stretching, walking, getting the blood flowing. Number 8, avoid gossip. We like to blame, us guys, we like to blame women for being the guilty party as far as gossip goes. Guys don't gossip. Well, that's nonsense. We do. And gossip is just another form of negative thought and negative talk. Avoid it. Just avoid it. Now, number 9 is important, and it can really make a great difference in your day. And that is to list your top 5 or 7 objectives for the day that you need to do as part of your work that you're going to get some reward for. Not everybody else's project. Like that, again, we go back to avoiding emails and phone mail messages before 10 o'clock or 10:30. This gives you time to start on your list. And so, the author of this article makes the point. He says, make a list of 5 to 7 things and then whittle it to 3. Everybody can do 3 things in one day. This is just a must. I usually walk around during the day with a piece of paper in my pocket with a list on it. Yeah, I just operate my wife. She has taken lists to a new level, and she gets things done. She's organized. Number 10, be slow to react to other people's urgent requests. You need to ask the question, what's your deadline for this? When do you need this done? Again, you need to protect the things that you need to do yourself for your own job. And don't get caught up in everybody else's urgent task. Several years ago, I read a book. It was a religious nature kind of book, and the title of the book was The Tyranny of the Urgent. And most of us live our lives under the tyranny of urgent things, and we neglect important things. And there's a difference. Most urgent things are not all that important. We need to focus on the important. We also need to focus on the things that will protect and preserve and promote our job. Several years ago, I remember one of my favorite recording artists was a country western guy named Don Williams. And he had this wonderful song, Lord, I hope this day is good. Well, I hope that every day. And there are certain things that we can do that will give us a better chance of having a good day. And I hope today you have a good day. And I want to thank you for watching this video. Like it, subscribe. I'll be doing a lot more of these kinds of helpful videos. And again, have a good day, and thanks for watching.